Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppets, today joined by...
Just Michael.
Yes! With 3 beers from Verdant. We're doing a series they do, because they were just released in Europe, and it's a What series. And they are reasonably fresh, about 5 to 6 weeks when we're consuming them. And these came with the release of Putty. There was, of course, more than one beer that came to Denmark. Usually that happens with the Putty. And I've seen a lot of people really talking positively about the 40 watts. But I had neither. I might have had one of them just as a taster.
I think I've had the 41 a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I don't really remember it. And then we also got the, what's it called? Something Unconventional Tactics, which is the single IPA version of, with Nelson of the something else Tactics. I can't remember those names. And then of course Putty. And we got these at Ølkassen, which is a Danish webshop. I've worked with them before. They got, I think, one of the biggest selections of Putty Verdant beers for the Putty release. So I was on there and got them on there. So thanks a ton to Ølkassen for the beers. I think we should start with number 10.
Yep. I agree.
So all of the beers are similar here. It's just a scale up. And I'm also guessing scale up in dosages of hops, I'd imagine. But yeah, Citra and Strata are the hops used, both hot and cold side. And the pale ale here is 4.5%. Then we got a single and a double IPA. On 6.5, I'd imagine. Yes, and 8%.
So this is, this is ABV-wise the pinnacle of each type.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, some session IPAs also, or no, pale ale. Well, they can be around 5 too.
Yeah.
But let's check it out. So, I mean, they all look the same. They're super pale, straw green. Whoop. Oh my God. We got too much shit on camera.
We can't handle it.
We can't handle the truth. The juice. We can't handle the juice.
You can't handle
I'm just going to do this so I have room for my spasms.
Let me check out the aroma.
Yeah, go ahead. Smells really nice. Really pineapple-y. Pineapple is like one of the big flavor profiles on Strata, and I'm getting lots of that.
Yeah, I agree.
There's some
citrus.
Lemon pith, lime pith.
Yeah, I agree.
It smells quite forward, but also really easygoing. Like there's a lot of aromas for 4.5% beer, which is really nice.
Yeah. There's not much more to say.
Yeah, a touch of sweet, overripe, juicy character.
It smells crisp.
They probably use extra pale ale or something in here. Or maybe that's in the others. They are really pale. Let's check it out. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, really a crusher.
Yeah.
Oh, you can slam a lot of this. Fluffy and bready. And then just...
Yeah, bready.
Right, loads of pineapple. It's not like a hop bomb screaming in your face. This is more of a balanced approach. I think...
I could have used a little more popping.
Yeah, but... And I don't think that's due to age or anything.
No.
Because again, they're quite fresh. This was canned on the 10th. This is the freshest
mellow.
of the bunch. But I think it's also, with the whole crisis and whatnot, a lot of brewers have scaled down on hop dosages and whatnot because beers would be so expensive. So I think that maybe that has something to do with it. Or also, the thing is when a brewery grows and you get new equipment and all these things, you can't keep making the beers like really expensively as well because it gets too much in terms of cost. So I know a lot of big breweries, they will scale down recipes. They will see how low can we go in dry hop to have a similar result as we had with the full amount by changing process, for example. And
the limbo beer. How low can you go? It tastes like nothing.
No, I think it's a nice pale ale. It is. It's easy drinkable. It's sluggable. You can have a lot.
But I mean, to be honest, I'd rather like a pils because this.
Yeah.
But that's.
Yeah.
What I like.
I think
it's more crisp. I miss some crispness.
But these are also juice bombs.
Yeah, I know.
But you're talking the ABV range. You want something more crisp and sessionable and refreshing.
But it is nice. It is nice.
Yeah. But let's try to jump up to the 20 watts, which is the IPA. So it's pretty much the same color. I think they're all exactly the same.
They look exactly the same. This looks maybe a little lighter.
Yeah, but again, it's double, so there's more malt. But
no, it doesn't. If I go to this side, it
might just be light. But yeah, let's see what the aroma on this one. Definitely a bit more bright and singy. It has a little bit of a more popping
More
aroma.
lemony,
Yeah,
I think.
and I'm definitely also smelling pineapple, but I think it has less
Yeah.
dankness for some reason. This one, but it seems a bit sharper than this.
It has a more milky smell.
Yeah, if you can say that.
Yeah.
But it smells nice, and it smells very similar. It's
Yeah.
just like a little less dank, and then just more bright and fruity. It smells good.
Yeah.
Cheerios. Mm-hmm. There's definitely a step up in fruit flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's still not like a...
Also a bit more
Experience.
sweetness.
Yeah, definitely a bit more sweetness. And a bit more esters.
This is
It has-
more balanced in my...
Yeah,
Yeah, a little more taste.
a bit
all
more
over.
juicy as well,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. A bit more bitter too. I think
Yeah.
on the aftertaste,
I think that's because there's more hops in it.
perhaps.
It also has a bit more of a polyphenol bite. I think there's cryo hops in this or something. It's just like with beers like this, when you use cryo hops a lot as well, you get a lot of people associate with bitterness is often like a polyphenol bite instead. And when these beers are made, they often have so much hops that you also have to age them a bit for it to mellow.
Yeah.
But it's really good. I'm just not really excited.
No, I totally agree, but it's a nice beer.
Yeah. So
Let's see about the 40 watts.
let's see about the double here. So the bigger cousin, the big boy. This is what
Big brother.
Verdant has been known for years, is making these big double IPAs that people love, and But yeah, let's see how the aroma on the double. Yeah, and it's a bit more punchy. It's like more punchy.
Yeah,
For sure.
this has some... I get a bit of Yankee gum in this one.
Yeah, I think it also has a little bit of a gasoline-y dankness to it.
Yeah, Yankee, yeah, it has a mint,
herbal
bit of a
notes.
minty herbal note.
But I think there's definitely also lots of like just bright pineapple, passion fruity, tropical fruit on this one. It smells quite nice.
Yeah.
It smells like a brighter juice bomb, which is what I want as well these days.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
That's
Cheers. Mm-hmm.
Mouthfeel is definitely
Yeah.
thick here.
Much more hop flavor.
Yeah.
I like 40 best.
Yeah, me too.
That's just because when I drink hazies, I want that.
And I actually said the different before the video. I said
Yeah.
perhaps I think I like the lighter one more, but the 40 one is definitely the best.
Mm-hmm.
It
It
has
reminds me
the
of,
mouthfeel is much more pillowy and fluffy.
Yeah. And it never gets too sweet.
No, it
Which is
actually
really
doesn't
impressive.
get. It's the almost same sweetness as the IPA.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like a toned down like version of what a lot of Americans do. It has a lot of hops, but it doesn't seem like if you drink fresh monkish or fresh Fidens or fresh root and branch or other half or whatever, some of the more new producers, North Park and whatnot, they're doing like really over the top hazies with like 25 grams hops per liter and dry hop and all this crazy stuff. They have much more intense screaming flavors, but I think they often also end up being more of a sharing beer. Like whereas something like this,
You can easily chug itself.
yes,
Yeah.
but all that
There's
comes
no
down.
hop burn or anything.
No, and all that also comes down to hop prices in Europe versus the States. We
I
pay
actually
about
like this one pretty much.
yeah, it's really fun, great.
Yeah.
I mean, we pay about double the price per kilogram of hops in Europe to Americans, really. So that's why a lot of European producers aren't making them with the same crazy amounts, just because they're afraid consumers won't buy them, because the individual can price will be so expensive.
Rating.
But I'm guessing something like this is close to 20 grams per liter, I'd imagine. It feels quite saturated, and and it's from the 6th of January, and we're the 15th today, right?
in February.
So 4 weeks plus
Yeah, almost 5 weeks.
10 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
okay.
It's still quite fresh and bright, and I imagine if you had it just at tapping, it would be even crazier. But I think also because we've drunk so many IPAs on this channel, is that I've gotten really susceptible to being like, if a beer is not, at its utmost vibrancy, if we're talking IPAs, I get a bit disappointed. Just because we've been so blessed and been so lucky to try loads of hyped and really crazy good IPAs, quite fresh. And also a lot of the American stuff and all that. So when you get it, it's like screaming in your face with loads of flavor and whatnot. And then you get spoiled by something like that, and then you drink something like this, and it just feels a bit subpar. But I see positives and whatnot, but both the others are huge flavor experiences. This is maybe something more where, yeah, you know, it's a big flavor experience, but I can definitely sit and slug a can myself.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and I think it also just plays into me being a little bit over juice bombs. And like I still like them once in a while, but when I really like a juice bomb, there's not a lot of yeast character and a fuck ton of hop flavor. So I think that's it really. I can't help but think I love the
I can't add anything. I agree with you.
Yeah. And I can't help to think like if these were West Coast IPAs, I think I would have enjoyed them more too.
Me too.
Just because I'm getting, you know, that's how things are. Things change, palates change.
Yeah.
But they're still wonderful beers, and you should get them now while they're fresh. And I think this one, like a 93, maybe a small 94, 93, I think 93, and then maybe just a straight 90 for both of these.
I would have said
maybe 91,
89, 90, and 93.
Yeah.
That was my ratings.
Yeah.
So we're close.
I think it's something like that. But like a lot of people say, the haze game in Europe is just as good as the American. I've even said that for a point in time. I think I said that a lot. But then you try some of these that are quite fresh. It's like, well, not exactly.
It's a long time since I've had an American juice bomb. I must admit.
It's been a while for me too. A few months for sure, maybe 5. But I still remember that, like, when you have a fucking can of Monkish for the first time, it's just like, whoa, holy shit, what's going on? But it could also just be the brewery's way of doing things and preferences. All this.
Yeah.
I mean, these are still wonderful IPAs that you for sure should drink if you love IPAs and if you love hazies.
I think still Verdant is top game from
Europe.
Europe.
I think so. Yeah.
Or Europe, including UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they definitely have, as they've set in the glass, they do have more flavor.
But it comes boom, as we expected.
Yeah. It's like a bit more at most in terms of flavor.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. These should have the same. They're quite different, but have both their qualities.
Yeah. Whereas this one is definitely the one.
Yeah.
But what's awesome is the drinkability on the double is really high.
Yeah.
Really, really high, which is nice because they.
So 89, 90, and 93.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that does it for the review of this year's set. Or this year, I don't know how often they do these. I think these are rotational. I don't think they're yearly as with Putty, but.
I don't know.
The set of 10 watt, 20 watt, and 40 watt Moon from Verdant. It's a fantastic brewery.
I like the labels, by the way.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Nice design.
Verdant is one of the OGs in the haze game as well. They were some of the first to really make some crazy good hazies here.
Yeah.
So hats off to them. And these are still great beers. But I think it's also some of it is like that, you know, being kind of over haze. I mean, it's if you look on the channel now, it's really rare that we do hazies. And if you look back just...
we should do... Have you done some of the old Stiegberg? It's
no.
Amazing haze and what started the whole
thing. If
thing.
we could revisit that, fresh would be fun.
Yeah, it would be very fun.
Like, you know, if we could get like fresh Torpedo or fresh Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, stuff like that would be so fun because when we get it here, they're like fucking 8 months old. Then they're not worth a damn, really.
I got some all the IPAs the other day that was 2 months old.
Mm-hmm.
It cost nothing. That's still a great session IPA for the money.
Yeah.
I must admit.
Yeah.
If you like Falmouth or not.
Yeah, I mean, when we went out back in the day, that was the go-to at the Heidi's because they had it on draft.
Pretty good beer. But the OG hazies were GBG Beer Week, Amazing Haze from, as far as I remember.
Yeah, from Sweden.
From Sweden, yeah.
From Gothenburg. But I think around that time it was also Cloudwater and it was also Verdant in the
Yeah,
UK.
they came after that, I think.
Yeah, but maybe for us. I think it was the same time. It was just over in the UK, we couldn't get them at a certain point, whatever. But yeah, wonderful beers. Check them out if you can. The favorite is for sure 40 Watt Moon.
Yeah.
Nice, bright banger. So if you guys had either of these, let us know what you thought of them. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.